I'm Christie.
I'm Courtney.
I'm Rashanna, and we
are the 1000 Club.
Woo!
Yes, shout
That's the first time we actually got that pretty well.
Keep an eye on that one. Welcome. This is our first episode of the 1000 Club podcast. Today is August 13th. No, today is not August 13th. Today is
August 20th.
The 20th.
Clearly, I don't know my date. And when you all will be getting this, when we're dropping it, it's on September 10th. But we're doing a live recording, and we got our VIPs.
Shout out to the VIPs.
The VIP crew. Y'all wave, say hey, come off mute. Thank you all for coming.
Yes.
Yes, clap.
So we are at our live recording. We got our VIPs, and we're going to jump right into this episode.
Yes. So we are the 1000 Club. We keep the party going. That is our thing. I know you heard the song, you know, the Jay-Z Kanye song before Kanye was crazy. We keep the party going. And that is our little line. So a little bit about the 1000 Club. Who are we and how we got to be the 1000 Club? So I'll start it and then you guys can jump in, please, and correct my story because I'm gonna tell it from my personal point of view. We all met. We all met in DC, like 2012, 2013, and we were out at a club one night in DC, and we were just having a good time.
We will not name because they showed us some racial discrimination.
We wasn't there. We wasn't at that place. We was at a different place. No, it was like a higher level institution club.
Oh, we had a couple of spots that night, maybe.
Yeah, we was club hopping.
Oh, okay.
In our normal fashion, and we were having a good time. Beyonce was on, and we were just turning up. And a friend of mine who was there was like, "Y'all stay on a thing." And we were like, "You know what? We do stay."
Oh! You're talking about when we actually became the 1000 Club. Okay.
Yes.
Oh! I thought you were talking about from day one.
Oh no. Okay, we could go to day one then. Go ahead. Shout out day one.
Okay. So before we actually got the title, the 1000 Club, right? Christie and I knew each other from a church organization because we were good Christian church-going girls, okay? Christie was more so...
Key word in that sentence were for some of them, not for all of them.
Because Christie was the queen of motions, okay? Let me tell y'all, if y'all have ever been in a group and y'all use Robert Rules of Order, Christie was the queen of motions. That's how I knew her. So Christie, all I remember about Christie is Christie would always say, I, Christie Cooper from the District of Columbia.
Wait.
That.
On my government.
Oh, sorry. Well, it ain't your government no more. You got a new government now.
It's technically not your government no more, right?
You got a new government now. But she was always motioning. So when I moved here to DC, she was like the only person that I knew in the area. And so I had hit her up on Facebook and was like, I'm moving to the area. And she was like, yeah, come on, we should hang out. And so I was a little apprehensive because I wasn't sure how like turn up she was going to be, you know, because I just knew her from this organization. And she was kind of quiet then, you know. So I wasn't sure. But we went out and we had a random night, which was the start of the DC random nights. Christie was so much fun. We went to some club. What was that name of that club?
I don't even remember.
It was like on K Street or something, or 18th, something like that. And it was, sorry, I just had it. But it was some club we went to and we met these random people. They're like all in our pictures and we look like friends. Like we look like we've known them for life, right? So I came down to DC for grad school at American University. Shout out to AU, shout out to the Ebony Eagles. Yeah, whoop, whoop.
Yes.
And I had met Courtney at the orientation. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about Courtney because there were only 2 Black girls in our program, and Courtney was mingling, doing her. Y'all know how we doing mixed company, right? And so I was like, I don't know, feeling her like that. But then I think she had like a drink in her hand, and I saw her wrist and she has a name tattoo on her wrist. And I said, oh, okay, she my people. So we ended up talking, and she was always like, we should hang out. But, you know, I just wasn't sure. And then I was telling Christie, I was like, you know, the girl from my grad school, she just like, she want to hang out. I don't know. And Christie said, well, you should invite her out. We're going out tonight. You should invite her out. So we invited her out, and Courtnie was so much fun. It was another random night. We danced to like bachata and salsa and drank frozen margaritas from a place that will not be named because they racially discriminated against us, called the police on us and everything for no reason.
That's a whole nother episode.
And then we ended up just having another just random night. But Courtnie was down to ride, drive, everything.
I think I drove the car that night.
You did. Yeah. You ended up, I think you met us there. I think you met us there, but you ended up driving to the last spot that we went to. Yes. And then a week later, we had the after spot. And then a week later, I was at Courtnie's house doing my laundry. So
that's when I lived in a place where my laundry was in my house, and I was on bougie. I was on a bougie level.
Yes. But then probably a couple years later, we became the 1000 Club, which is what Courtnie's talking about.
1 year later. It was 1 year later.
1 year later. Mm-hmm. And that was when Courtnie's friend basically was like, we're on 1000. And she didn't really say it as like, you know, a compliment, but we took it as a compliment. And we named ourselves the 1000 Club after that, right? Because it was like, oh, you know what? You're right. We are on 1000. We are lit. Like, that is what we do.
Yes. We go to school, we go out, we drink, we party, we club hop.
We work.
We work.
Everything we do, okay?
Yes. And we go to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Praise the Lord. Yes,
that's living life on 1000. So that's the 1000 Club story. That's how we came together. And we started Instagram, as I said earlier. And it was just to document our friendship and our random adventures. Every adventure we have is random. I mean, from just like deciding one random Saturday, Christie was like, let's go to Atlantic City. I was like, what? And we just went for the whole night and drove back. We're always meeting random people. And we just have a really good time. So that is what this is about. That is how it started, I should say. But as all of us have transitioned, now we're still lit, we still do random things, but our tribe has become a support group for each other, and we just love each other. And y'all know I've had some drinks, so I'm gonna stop because y'all know I'm tired.
Yes, if you haven't already noticed, yes, the emotional drinker has entered the party. Now, how did we get the came lit, stay lit, always lit? I think me and Christie like put that together.
I don't know. I just got a shirt, so that said stay lit. So.
I think it was last year for Rashanna's 30th, and we were like, oh, let's get shirts because it's such a special birthday. And I don't know. I think we thought of our own, you know, always lit, came lit, and then we just assigned Rashanna stay lit.
The stay lit.
Well, that's how we came about, you know, our mottos, I guess you could say. And it just fits us and our personalities and who we are individually and collectively as the 1000 Club. So that's how that happened.
Yeah, so we, like everyone is saying, we are a group of friends who have now migrated to different parts of the country, but still are on 1000 in our own individual lives, but then also together. So part of pulling this podcast together was really just thinking through, like, as friends, we always have these great conversations. We talk about so many things, sharing our personal stories and just sharing our opinions across different topics. So that's really what the 1000 Club podcast is about, is just bringing our 1000 Club life to everyone, sharing our topics on 1000 with everyone, and just creating a space for people to come and live the 1000 life with us. So you can come lit, you can stay lit, you can always be lit, whatever it is you want to do, you can do that with the 1000 Club.
I got a question for you, Courtnie.
Okay.
What does when living on 1000 mean to you, and what can people expect to hear from you? Where are you right now in your life? Y'all see I got my Oprah glasses on, so that means I came prepared.
She did, because I wasn't expecting that question.
Both of you all.
What does being on 1000 mean to me? Being on 1000 is just like enjoying every second of your life and living and taking it up the next notch. So always, every time you're doing something, whether it's work, friendship, relationships, whatever, is just always doing it. So doing the most. Y'all know I'm the Mariah Carey of the group, so I always do the most. What?
Dramatic.
So to me, being on 1000 is just really always just having fun, turning up, like staying lit, no matter what it is. And it don't got to be a drink. It could just be like, I'm enjoying my life and I'm lit on life. I'm high on life. Where I'm at right now is I am living my life on 1000 through vlogging, through working out, through this natural hair journey, even though, you know, shout out to Christie, who's about to do my hair tomorrow. You know, you need friends in your life who can do hair. But yeah, that's my 1000 life, just living on 1000 through all of those things. Hopefully finding a new job. You know, I'm claiming that for me this year. Derek, you too. We both gonna get new jobs. But
Go ahead.
I know I shot it, my bad. But yes, that's my 1000. So what you can expect from me is I'm always going to be the awkward, honest person in the group. I feel like I'm always going to share my story honestly. It may be a little uncomfortable, but I'm always going to bring my authentic self to this podcast, to the conversation. I'm going to ask questions. I don't have a problem with telling my story, so that's what you're going to get from me. You're going to get the sage and the turn up. You're going to get, you know, the drink, the tequila. You're going to always get some hoops. You're always going to get some drama in a good way, in a Mariah Carey good way. So, yes.
And where can we find your blog?
Yeah, Stepping Into She. Shout out to Stepping Into She. On my blog, I just started an IGTV series. You guys go check it out. It was really dope yesterday. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Christie?
So, what does 1000 living life mean to me? It's pretty much giving your all in whatever you do, giving it your best, being quality, top notch in whatever you do. And what you can get from me, so who I am, I'm a wife. I guess you can still say I'm a newlywed. I've only been married for like 14 months. So
happy anniversary.
Thank you. So you'll hear my journey as a wife, and maybe even going from being single to a wife. You definitely will hear a journey going from being single to a wife. You'll hear my transition. I'm still getting adjusted to Chicago. I've come from the DMV, been there all of my life except for college, where I went to North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride. So I moved here last year. And so you'll hear my transition and adjusting to a new place. You'll hear everything that I aspire to do. Like Courtnie, I'm hoping I can make some advances in my career this year. So stay tuned for that, because we claiming these new jobs. We are claiming,
yes, amen.
We are claiming money moves this year. We
amen.
Are climbing
credit increases. Amen.
So you can expect that from me. And my whole thing is I am a lover of all things fun, far away, and good for the soul. So you can expect to hear, once we start getting on these planes again, to hear about my travels. You will probably see me with some champagne or some tea. I'm a tea lover. So you can catch me with those in my hand when we're recording. And you'll just hear about my journey as I continue to figure out who I am, like I said, as a wife, as just discovering who I am in this new place in my life.
And on top of that, just because Christy mentioned it, I'm one of the single girls in the group. So shout out to my single life journey that y'all gonna be hearing on the podcast. You know, we figuring out love, we healing trauma, and we growing and glowing. Okay.
Yes, amen. Come on, Ayala, baby.
What a
Beloved.
Beloved. What does it mean to be a part of the 1000 Club life? I think all of you all just summed it up very well. The idea of this is really about living your best life, but also bringing your friends along. And
Yes.
so we always uplift each other. These things that they are manifesting and that I have manifested, whether it's a new job, whether it's love, whether it's new home, whatever that is, we all have like really went through the motions with each other, from praying to crying to telling you like it is, you know. That is what friendship is about. And so the 1000 life isn't solely about like one person, you know. It's not like an individualistic kind of mantra. It really is about when we come together, that is when we are on 1000. And so what you will hear from me, how I contribute to the 1000 Club is, I mean, you already see I'm the Stay Lit friend, right? So I am always doing something, whether it's a home renovation, whether it's starting this here podcast. I will be YouTubing a part of one of my businesses, and then a subsidiary of my business, Vocal Action LLC, and then a subsidiary of my business, which is the Pink Toolkit. So look out for those YouTubes. I am a homeowner, and I'm currently decorating. You all see this beautiful black wall behind me. I did that myself. You know, the art and everything. I hung that. I did that myself. And
Shout out.
shout out to the Pink Toolkit, right?
Yes.
And so that is probably what I contribute. I travel a lot. I plan trips. I plan parties. And I just got a new job. And so I'm really excited to figure out what that looks like, stepping into a different role, and a role that I know that I'm prepared and qualified to fulfill. And I'm excited to be able to just continue to create emotional space for everything that I am praying for, manifesting, and becoming. So that is what 1000 means to me. And yeah, I would not be on 1000 without my friends. I think sometimes a space that we're trying to fill in the podcast world is this idea. It's not just 3 people that have something in common that decided like we're experts, right? And we want to talk about it. Like we are just 3 people giving our opinions on each other's lives, on different things that are happening in the world, different things that are happening on television, celebrity life, politics, whatever. And these are the same conversations that I hope that you all have with your friends. And we hope that as we grow in our friendship, that you all will also be challenged to grow in your friendship. We'll have hard conversations here. We'll have very vulnerable conversations, which that's not hard for me because I definitely am the crier in the group, which will be something different, I think, for people that don't know me in my friendships, because that's normally not who I am outside of places where I feel very safe to be vulnerable, you know? So I'm excited for that. And then also how to maintain long distance friendships.
Yes.
So one of the things that we talked about here is that the 3 of us don't live in the same place. And that is the reality for many friendships right now. A lot of it due to COVID, right? But even prior to COVID, you go to college, you make friends, y'all move away after college, people get new jobs, people get married, you know? And so it's really about how do we as friends, how we are intentional about remaining in each other's lives, supporting each other, and being that tribe. We play with the cards all up, okay? And our deck, clubs, is wild. So if you play cards, you know, you always have a wild suit. We are Trump suit. Clubs it is for us because we are the 1000 Club. So yes. So do you guys have anything else you want to say?
I think the only thing I would add, because I think everything we said was amazing, The only thing I would add is that the other thing that comes with us is, like Rashanna said, you know, bringing your friends along, but your tribe is always gonna support you, shout you out, keep you going, keep you pushing, and scream for you from the stands and right next to you. So I think that's also a big part of the 1000 Club, is just, you know, just supporting and turning up for your friends in every aspect of life, whether it's a new marriage, you get married, whether you renovating your house, whether you just healing through your shit, like whatever it is, just turning up and supporting your friends and loving them on 1000 no matter what.
Yes.
Well,
So go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Christie.
No,
I was gonna ask, what are some of y'all's fit topics that you're looking forward to us talking about?
I'm looking forward to hearing about y'all dating lives. You know, I like to hear about this.
Christie always want to hear about somebody's dating life now that she's married. Like,
There was the question in the chat because someone was like, "You the only one who's single," and I was like,
Ron
"I don't
has
think."
a man. Okay. Let me address this question in the chat because it comes from somebody who I'm very, very close to. Okay, so I'm really trying to figure out why she's putting me on blast in the chat. No, I am the other single person. So as Courtnie said, she is one of the single people in the group. Christie has already mentioned that she's married. So I am the other single person, but I am singling and mingling. Okay. So that is what that means. All right.
Wait, am I
and then someone said, no. Look at Courtnie. Y'all, what's up?
But you didn't have to read that comment. Like that was
It's here.
I know, but only the people who are in this read that. Everyone else is like, no, they know that I threw a little shade.
But y'all see these friends are? Yeah. So this is also what you will see too. The shade that comes with friendships. But no, it's exciting. No worries, Crystal. Thank you for asking the question. I appreciate that because some people may not know. You know what I mean?
Did you guys? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Did you
go
guys?
ahead. We got a question from the audience.
Often,
we love it. Go ahead. What'd you say?
How often do you plan on doing the episodes? Is it like weekly, monthly?
Yes.
What you thinking?
Yeah. So girl, you ahead of
jumping
schedule.
ahead of the girl. Yes.
We launch on September 10th. This will be the episode that we will launch with, which is our introduction episode. Where people can get a feel for what the 1000 Club is. And we encourage all of our VIP lit crew, VIP 1000 crew, as we said, take pictures, share it, post us on IG to let people know that we're here. This podcast and video cast, so that's another thing that's exciting about us, is that you'll be able to see us as well as hear us. All right?
Don't be talking about us if we ain't, like, my face may not always be done in my hair, but y'all gonna see me. Okay.
She's speaking for herself, but you will be able to see and listen to us twice a month, right? So we're really excited about that on YouTube, Anchor, and Spotify. Did I say I got them all right?
YouTube, Anchor, and Spotify.
And
yes,
will be released on Thursdays.
Yes, it will be
every
released
other
on Thursdays, every other Thursday of the month, starting September 10th. So we're really excited about that. For those of you all who are not here today, who are just watching this recording and listening to us, the next episode, you'll be able to catch us on September 24th. So be prepared, get ready, listen in. I'm not even sure what the topic is. I'm trying to look on the Google Drive now, but it's going to be a surprise. Ooh.
Well, we haven't talked about it.
So basically, y'all gonna know when we know.
That sounded good, just like that. Like it was gonna be a surprise. You know? I went with
you have to
it.
throw the VA talk about it. Yeah.
Right, I went with it. But you can follow us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter, all at 1000 Club Life. And we're inviting you all into the 1000 Club to live the 1000 Club life. And I hope you all have a better understanding of what that is and who we are. Watch us on YouTube, as I said. Also on YouTube, when you go to our YouTube page, which will be live on September 10th, when we post our first recording, we have our playlist. So you guys got to hear 2 songs off our playlist. We will continue to update that on YouTube. It's a video playlist, so you can listen and watch the videos to some of our favorite songs that we
fancy.
I'm not the tech person, but I know how to put stuff together. Okay.
Okay, good. As long as you know you're about to put that
Yes,
together.
yes. And then on iTunes, and I think our playlist is public. I didn't make it private, but we have a 1000 Club Life playlist that you can also listen to. I listen to it in the morning and I'm like, oh, this actually sounds really cool. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it really gets me hyped. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel bossy. I really like that. So thank you, Imani @_BrownBeauty25 for the question. Do you have any other questions, or does anyone else have any?
I do.
Questions?
Oh yes, come through with the question.
Yes.
I know, but I know I have to go get the baby. So I said earlier, y'all may not know. So I'm a mommy. I don't know if there's any other parents here in the 1000 Club, but I want to get the perspective of being a mommy on 1000.
Okay.
Because, you know, out of my group of friends, I'm the only one who have children. So still trying to have that balance of like growing, you know, trying to reach career goals, still raising kids during this time, during this climate, and trying to find like a balance of being a mom and still holding on to those friendships, because a lot of my friends don't live in the area anymore.
Yes.
So I'm excited about that.
Yes, currently we do not have a mommy in the group, and I say currently because you never know how the Lord will move. Amen.
Bless up.
Bless up. However, you all can expect that we will have guests every now and again, and we will definitely make sure to have a mommy as a guest so we can get that perspective, you know, but you never know. One of us
we also may have a daddy on 1000 too. You never know. You never know.
Yes. So you can definitely you'll definitely hear that. Any other questions?
I like that.
I kind of like this little question.
Yeah.
This is cute.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So seeing how your birthday is on the 23rd, do you think that you should have a birthday edition and say how that is impacting you turning 31 during a pandemic?
First of all, there's a lot of my business floating around on this recording tonight. No, I probably will not have a birthday edition, only because how we record on the off week. So technically we would have already recorded the September 24th prior to my birthday, but you can assume that I'm going to be talking about my birthday probably on that episode.
Because
at the same time, I will probably have some sort of 1000 birthday celebration, either that weekend or something via Zoom. So you all look out for that invite and come join. We'll have a good time. But yes, I will talk about it.
You know what? Now that Miss @BrownBeauty25 asked that question, I'm really looking forward to all of the guests that we're gonna bring on to talk about how they live on 1000. Like, that's gonna be exciting because there's a lot of topics that we're gonna touch on that's personal for us, but like, yeah, bringing other people on to hear how they live on 1000, that's gonna be exciting.
Anybody else?
What topics you excited for this year for the podcast?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm excited to talk about travel. I'm also excited to talk about our different therapy experiences. I'm really excited about that one. Or those episodes. And I'm really excited to talk about whatever, you know, the viewers suggest that they want to hear about, you know, that we can bring some of our opinions to, or if it is something where we definitely need an expert, you know, bringing those experts in the room. Yeah. I'm excited that, you know, now we just have like a real reason that I have to see y'all every other week.
Yeah, I love these times where we can catch up with each other because we get so busy, even in like COVID times. We have so many Zoom calls and so many conference calls and parties, Zoom parties, that like it's still hard to catch up with each other. So I look forward to these times where I catch up with y'all.
I'm also looking forward to hearing Christie's journey of embracing Chicago and like just exploring it. I've always wanted to go, so I'm super excited to hear that.
Oh, I messed up my plans. I was planning on going there for July 4th weekend.
Yes, it's I like Chicago, but I'm still trying to fall in love with it. I hold the DMV near and dear to my heart, so I'll give y'all updates as I continue to fall in love with The Chi.
With The Chi. Speaking of that, have y'all seen the show The Chi?
I haven't started watching it yet.
I haven't started watching it yet.
I haven't watched this past episode, but it's been some shockers this season. Mm-hmm. They've been touching on some really like deep issues. Mm-hmm. I think we could cover on our episodes, like some really uncomfortable.
That's Lena Waithe's show, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Lena Waithe out here just being a trailblazer.
I'm gonna need another drink soon because I didn't start drinking.
Yeah, well, actually, we are coming to an end. Oh. And since this is our first I'm sorry, you have something else you want to say?
No.
Okay.
Now.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you do, save it for the next time.
Wait, I do have a thing to put out. As you can see, though, through all of us talking, you can see our different personalities. You said what?
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, like, our different personalities throughout just this introductory episode that you will see throughout the year of the podcast. So, you'll see us. Oh, yes.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say you're going to see our personalities flourish a little bit more. You'll get to know us a lot more and our little quirks and traits. Go ahead.
That's something I forgot to say, is that our season runs the first Thursday after Labor Day and ends the Thursday after Memorial Day. So that is our season, just in case anyone is interested. Feels like adding that to their post.
So with all of that, we're going to move on to our next segment, which we call On 1000. And that's where we highlight men, women, or something that we deem is on 1000 for the week. I'm going to go ahead and go first. Mine is our forever First Lady, Michelle Obama.
Yes, sis.
That she gave this week at the DNC. Look, she came and said what needed to be said. She did what needed to be done. And pretty much she said, look, if we don't get out there and vote, it's literally like a live or die matter. And everyone needs to get out there and vote. Like, we cannot play around with this election. This is one of the most important elections. And so she definitely, she's always on 1000, but this week she got the job done. Shout out to women, because we always come and get the job done, okay?
Yes, 2 snaps. That was 4 snaps, but
yeah. Courtnie was 4.
My on 1000 this week is all of you and my 1000 crew. I'm super excited about starting this podcast. So all of you guys are my shout out for just coming and supporting us and being there and being part of our first group and just loving your friends on 1000. That's my people on 1000. Everyone in this group, in this chat, and everyone in the 1000 club.
Right. And my on 1000 is actually similar to Christie's. I just want to shout out to all the Black women out there just doing it. So I'm going to shout out to Kamala Harris, fellow HBCU graduate. Really excited for her to be the vice president or the next vice president of the United States of America. And I also want to shout out, there are 2 other Black women that are running. There's Angela Brown of the Green Party, and there's also a Black woman, if I'm not mistaken, who's the vice presidential candidate of the Independent Party. And so while I do feel like we need to do what we need to do, which is vote Democrat at this point, and we could talk about that and maybe
another episode.
About my feelings in this political process that we have. I do want to shout out the other 2 Black women. I feel so bad that I can't. I'm actually trying to look up her name right now. But I do want to definitely shout out Angela Brown and the Independent Party's vice presidential candidate, because it does take a lot to put yourself out there and to see so many Black women putting themselves out there. And even if you look at their resumes as well, grassroots organizers, it just shows how much hard work we put in and how qualified we are to hold this seat and what I honestly do believe the presidential seat. But yeah, I just want to shout out all of them for being trailblazers, being role models. In addition to them, I want to shout out Ivy McGregor, who is a global impact leader. So she is like one of the people that I look to because she is a heavy hitter in philanthropy. She's also the director of the Be Good Foundation, which is Beyonce's foundation. And she does a lot of things with, like, of course, Beyonce, Oprah, TD Jakes, and the likes, the whole global citizenship. And she's behind the scenes doing a lot of that philanthropic partnerships and work that go along with, you know, Beyonce's platform. So I want to shout her out. And lastly, I want to shout out Oprah Winfrey for putting up those 26 billboards in Louisville, Kentucky on behalf of Breonna Taylor. I'm probably going to say her name every single freaking time until her murderers are arrested. And I hope I don't have to say it as much as I've been saying it. But if I do, my voice will not grow weary. So I definitely want to shout out everybody that's down there, the Louisville 87. Hold your head up. There's a lot of people that are down there that are living there, occupying the space. If she could not sleep, no one gets to sleep. Right. That is the motto. Continue to shake the ground. On August 25th, they will be out there hosting a march with Until Freedom. So if you cannot get to Louisville, Kentucky to be a part of that, please go on Until Freedom's website and donate to their legal defense fund. The funds are there to support, no problem, bye Adrena. The fund is there to support in providing aid, medical care, first aid kits, whatever the people need on the ground. But also, as you all know, in the last occupation they had at the district attorney's home, 87 people were arrested. And so the fund is also there to support any legal fees that people may need. And it's just sad that they have to do this. But like I said, everyone has a voice, has a place, and bringing justice to her. So say her name, Breonna Taylor.
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah.
That is all. All right, so just a reminder, if you are listening to us right now or watching us right now, our next episode will be September 24th. So look out for that. You can follow us everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at 1000 Club Life. You can listen to our playlist on Apple Music and also YouTube, the 1000 Club Life playlist. And yeah, we will be on Anchor and Spotify. So I think that is all.
I also want to shout out, if y'all not watching this, you can't see it, but if you listen, let me just tell you, Christie got these red earrings on that are like amazing.
Yes,
they are super cute. And Rashanna got this side bang with a bun, okay? Let me go ahead and shout out the girls for coming through. You know, I look a little, I got some braids and a wrap, but look, y'all killing it with the earrings and the do. So shout y'all out for looking.
No, I have to for the launch. Now I don't know about episodes after this. Like you said, y'all gonna get what y'all get after.
Y'all a mess. All right. So, that is it. Are we playing a closing song?
Yes, play a closing song, DJ. Come on. Close us out, DJ.
It's on me. Okay.
Because we keep the party going. We keep the party lit. Hey, tap in. Tap in. Hey.
Wanna fuck with me and turn this motherfucker up 800 degrees. Whole team.